you can see here, I've made a work surface out of 2x4 and covered it with an old sweatshirt. So I had something stable to work on while I was actually taking the frets out. And I've clamped it here at the headstock to keep it steady. You can see here I've already taken out some of the frets. This is a maple neck, so it doesn't chip quite as much as a rosewood neck, although you do need to use the same precautions. I've started here at the last fret, figuring that since I had a learning curve, if I messed up this one, it wasn't going to show as much as it would up at the first one. So I've got about 10 more to go here, and I'm going to walk you through my process of how I do this, starting with the taping. Most people use electrical tape. I like this painter's tape because it comes off easy. As you can see, I reuse it as I move down the neck. I use 2 layers per side and make sure that I snug it up right to the fret there. It actually works real well because you can pull it off and move right to the next fret. And like I said before, this is a maple neck, so I don't have to worry about chips as much as I would a rosewood neck. So 2 layers on, and we're ready to go to the next step. Okay, so I used a soldering iron to heat the fret, and I grooved the end of it. I don't know if you can see that there, but that helps keep it from sliding off the fret. And I will end up heating the fret and then working down it with a pair of nippers here that you see I've created. So I'm going to start about 1/4 inch in on the fret to heat it. And I usually put my finger about in the middle of the fret. And right when I feel the fret getting so hot I can't keep my finger there is when I decide to move it over further and start by grabbing the end with the nippers here and gently squeezing and rocking it to get the fret to lift up. And right about the halfway point, you're going to feel that the whole fret wants to really come up because the wire's getting hot and it's becoming really easy to pull out here. So this one's coming out, and there you go. And then you just move the tape onto the next one. If the edge gets ragged, you can always flip it around like that. But butter up to the next one, and you're ready to heat this up, and there we go. So I'll show you this again. Again, put it on, start to heat up the end. You notice I'm working the edge furthest from me, and I'm actually walking the fret towards me. So I'm going to feel for the heat, and once it gets hot enough, I'm going to go ahead and move it toward the center of the fret wire with the soldering iron. And then I'll be grabbing the nippers. Unfortunately, at this angle, I had to switch hands. And I'm going to grab right on the edge here, grab it solid, kind of rock it a little, get it to work up a little. And I'm squeezing with the nippers, and about the midway point, you're going to feel the nippers just boop right under it, and there you go. The whole fret easily starts popping right up. And you get to the end, grab onto it. Again, gently rock it. It's important to take your time with this. Don't try and rush it and pull it out without it wanting to come out easy. And there you go. There's the fret. So I want to give you a side view here. This is actually a better angle. And you can see got the soldering iron there. That's it. I'm going to put my finger down here. Again, you're going to feel it get hot. And when it does so, slide the soldering iron over, working your way towards the center and the other side, right? And then I'll grab it here, gently rock it back and forth a little. And you can see it wants to come up. As soon as it gets hot, it really tends to pop right up quick. And just gently walk yourself over to the other side, and boom, out it comes. And then you move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the final fret. You can see there's a little solder on this fret. I had put some solder on the tip of the iron just to help it conduct the heat a little better. So I had put it on this one, and it got a little bit on the wire, but that's not a big deal because the fret's coming out anyways. And you can see I'm going to grab right here and gently rock it, and eventually it's going to heat up, and the nippers are going to slide right underneath that fret. And it's going to start coming up, and then just work your way over. And there you go. And voila, we're done with all the frets. Okay, you can see here that really haven't got any chipping. It's got the serrations from the tangs on the frets, but we'll clean that up with a fret saw. I did have one little chip right there, and what you do is just take a dab of super glue, put it in place, and dab it down. And once you sand the neck down, that'll never be seen. And there you go. There's the whole neck. It's done. So this is it. It's ready to go. The next part, I'm going to actually get some veneer, wood veneer, and I'm going to glue it into the slots and trim it down and sand it. And I think I'm actually going to change the color of these dots as well. I think the black might not look so good, so I might go ahead and change these babies out too. But that'll be another video. So recap, take your time. I use a soldering iron, I put a groove in it. You can get nippers from Stu Mac, or you can get a pair and just grind the end down so it's nice and flat. And there you go.